The Japanese aircraft carrier Akagi was one of the most significant warships of the Imperial Japanese Navy during World War II, playing a crucial role in Japan's early naval victories before meeting its dramatic end at the Battle of Midway. Originally designed as an Amagi-class battlecruiser, its construction began in 1920 at the Kure Naval Arsenal. However, following the signing of the Washington Naval Treaty in 1922, which imposed limits on the size and number of capital ships, Japan repurposed Akagi into an aircraft carrier. The conversion, completed in 1927, resulted in one of Japan's first large fleet carriers, alongside Kaga. In its early years, Akagi had an unusual three-tiered flight deck system designed to facilitate simultaneous aircraft operations, but by the mid-1930s, this feature was deemed impractical. Between 1935 and 1938, the ship underwent a major refit that transformed it into a more conventional carrier with a single, full-length flight deck. This modernization also enhanced its aircraft capacity to around 91 planes, including fighters, bombers, and torpedo aircraft, giving it formidable striking power. At full load, Akagi displaced approximately 41,300 tons and could reach speeds of 31.2 knots, making it one of the fastest and most capable carriers in the Japanese fleet. As the flagship of Vice Admiral Chuchi Nagumo's Kido Butai, 1st Air Fleet, Akagi led the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, in what would become one of the most infamous moments in modern history. At dawn, Akagi and its accompanying carriers launched wave after wave of aircraft, including the famous A-6M0 fighters, D-3A Naval dive bombers, and B-5N Kate torpedo bombers. These aircraft inflicted devastating damage on the U.S. Pacific Fleet, sinking or crippling 8 battleships, destroying nearly 200 American aircraft, and causing over 2,400 casualties. The success of this surprise attack firmly established the carrier-based air power doctrine and signaled the rise of Japan as a dominant naval force. In the following months, Akagi participated in several key operations, including strikes against British bases in the Indian Ocean, where its aircraft played a role in sinking HMS Hermes, the world's first aircraft carrier, along with several other Allied ships. However, Akagi's fortunes changed during the Battle of Midway in June 1942, a conflict that proved to be a turning point in the Pacific War. Japanese military planners, led by Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, aimed to lure the U.S. Navy into a decisive battle to destroy American carrier forces. However, due to American codebreakers having intercepted Japanese plans, U.S. forces were prepared for the attack. On June 4, while Akagi and the other Japanese carriers, Kaga, Soryu, and Hiryu, were in the process of rearming and refueling their aircraft for a second strike, American SBD Dauntless dive bombers from USS Enterprise and USS Yorktown struck. Akagi suffered a direct hit from a 1,000-pound bomb dropped by Lieutenant Richard Best, which penetrated the flight deck and exploded within the hangar. The resulting inferno ignited fuel and munitions, causing catastrophic secondary explosions. Despite efforts by the crew to control the fire, the situation quickly became hopeless. With the ship engulfed in flames and the damage beyond repair, orders were given to abandon ship. The Japanese destroyers Arashir and Nowaki were ordered to scuttle Akagi with torpedoes to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. It sank on June 5, taking hundreds of crew members with it. The loss of Akagi and 3 other Japanese carriers at Midway was a devastating blow to Japan's naval power, significantly weakening its ability to conduct large-scale carrier operations. This battle marked a major shift in the Pacific War, as the Japanese Navy was forced onto the defensive while the United States began its counteroffensive. Despite its destruction, Akagi remains a symbol of Japan's early naval dominance and the critical role aircraft carriers played in World War II. In 2019, the wreck of Akagi was discovered at a depth of over 5,400 meters in the Pacific Ocean, providing historians and researchers with a haunting reminder of the battle that changed the course of history.